everybody. My name is Ryan with Ninja Transfers, right here with my guy Brian, and today in this video we're going to be breaking down our Ninja Transfers size and placement guide. So obviously with t-shirts, different apparel, there's a lot of different places that you can customize a lot of different print areas. So we're just going to go through some of the more popular locations and the popular size recommendations that we offer for those. First and foremost, Brian, the full front is kind of the classic. If you're making t-shirts, that's the vast majority of the time you're going to be at least pressing the full front. So on our site you'll see we usually recommend around a 12-inch wide by 14-inch tall box. Of course you can have a little bit of variation in there. That's kind of my maximum size for most standard sizes, but obviously if you're in a 3X plus you can bump it up a little bit. If you're doing smaller sizes, you can bump it down a little bit, but that 12 by 14 is a great starting point.
Yeah, I would say from sizes small through XL, 12 by 14 probably works. And like Ryan said, you can bump down, you can bump up a little bit, but that's a good place to start. And especially, it all depends on the design too, right? Like if it is a little bit more intricate, you are going to want to make it a little bit bigger just so you capture all that detail, all that, all the fine details that you put into your design. So full front, most popular, 12 by 14. That's usually good for, like I said, pretty much any size until you get to like the, 3X, 4X, the oversized.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right. What would you say our second most popular? It's probably left chest, right?
Yeah, left chest for sure. Nice little pocket size. We're usually sitting around a 4 by 4, maybe a little 3 by 3, as long as it kind of fits within that area. Just because, of course, you're not going to have a perfect square or a perfect circle every time, and you might be sitting there going, well, you recommend a 4 by 4, but I put in 4, my height's closer to 3 or 2 or something along those lines. So really, with the left chest, you want your longest side, be it, the width or the height, to be either 3 inches or 4 inches, something close to that, so then it doesn't start kind of sprawling all over the place. Like this right here is a nice, probably like 3.5 inches tall, a little bit narrower, but it sits nicely on the left chest.
And then if we're doing a front chest, which would be just a chest, not full front, just a chest. That one we'll usually go with, again, 12 inches across, but usually only about 8 inches high. And that's just because we don't want to cover in the full front, obviously. We already talked about full front, but the full chest really is just supposed to cover, the top half of the shirt.
And again, you can kind of bump it up or down depending on your preference, how much space you want to take up. These, again, just guidelines. Do kind of whatever you're going to be happy with sizing wise. And if it doesn't fit into exactly the sizes we're giving you, that's just how the artwork's set up, and that's okay. Do what works for you.
I think that's an important thing too, because I feel like sometimes people get worried that if it's not exactly 12 by 8 or it's not exactly 12 by 14, that it's not going to look good. But again,
it could be further from the truth.
Right, exactly. It really is based on your artwork. If it's 12 by 9, it's still probably going to look great.
Yeah.
If it's 12 by 10 or if it's 13 by 10, still probably going to look great. These are really just like to help you understand that type of range that you want to get in. So if you're 2 inches above or below any of these measurements, usually it's still going to work.
Yeah, absolutely. Full front, we go right to the full back. Full front, full back are pretty interchangeable. So 12 by 14 is a good starting point. Again, kind of mess with it how you like, but if you're doing a full front and a full back, you can pretty much use the same size guidelines for both of those. And then kind of same deal with the upper back, kind of, if you've got your business name or logo running across the back, a little bit more of a rectangular logo. 12 by 8 is kind of a good box to fit that within. You could do, it's fine if it's 11 by 5, 11 by 3. However your artwork is set up, just go ahead and follow the lead there. And that's what's great with our custom sizing too.
Right.
You can kind of type in your width. It tells you the height right on the website. Kind of makes everything super easy. So you can just kind of slot that right in, make sure you kind of fit within that suggested range, and kind of go from there.
And again, this whole transfer size placement guide is found right on our website, ninjatransfers.com. So if you ever want any more insights on, wherever you're pressing, even if you want more niche spots like your sleeves or I don't know, socks even, whatever you're pressing, head over to ninjatransfers.com, get your transfers, and size them up with our transfer size placement guide.
Absolutely.